little closer and hold hands. Okay, this is the beginning. Ta-da! Well, first I'd like to welcome all of you here. It's really nice and Grandma to have you here, and birthday party and everything worked out right. Weather cooperating. It's just fantastic. I'm sorry I missed the pasta. I heard it was so good.
Salmon.
Well, the salmon was that, and the pasta was the night before.
Yes.
Yes, the salmon. And one of the things about family is, you know, blood is thicker than water. As you kids are going to learn as you get a little bit older, that's an expression that some of us use. Blood is thicker than water because no matter how you get along together with one another, whether you're cousins or brothers or sisters, at the time of the celebration, we all celebrate and everybody's happy and we all like to participate and we go long distances to be with one another, whether it be with Grandma or to be with Mom and Dad or Grandma and Grandpa here. So that is so great. And one of the things about coming here to the island that you don't probably understand and that I've come to learn over the years I've been here is that the island is just like being married, okay? Look at the water right now. It's so calm, but yet you still can hear the water. You hear the waves. And this is a calm day. So if you were here when it's rough or more rough, you hear a lot of noise. And that's just the way marriage is too, or being brothers and sisters. A lot of times we got a lot of noise in our lives. And then the wind is calm. We have storms, as of course you know. And the winds get up very, very high. It doesn't have to be a hurricane, but we still have high winds. Blows everything around, blows the furniture around. That's just like being married sometimes. You still want to get married? Yeah. Okay. And the purpose of the wind blowing things around and the storms, sometimes we say things to one another, you know, we don't always mean to say to one another. And that means brothers and sisters or cousins. And when we have a terrible storm, you know, the storm goes away in like a day or so. But sometimes the effects still stay. So sometimes the things we say to one another are hurting or what have you. And the two of you coming together tonight after knowing one another for so long and having your children here and grandkids here is just, as far as I'm concerned, so beautiful and so wonderful that, you know, they're talking that this is a marriage. To me, since they've been together and known one another, and I know not all of you know one another, but it's more of a renewal of your lives together. So it's sort of, to me, a renewal, and of course you're going to say the two words in a minute, but I'm just getting to that point, okay? Because it's a culmination of a lot of hard work of putting this all together so that you have everybody here, and that is so great. But now Lee is going to find out what it is to get married. So Lee's going to say a few promises to Diane, and then Diane will say them back to Lee. So Lee, if you look at Diane and repeat.
And by the way, he hasn't told me what I'm going to promise yet ahead of time. So.
That's right. He has no idea.
This is a surprise. I made the commitment without knowing.
Yes, yes.
Going in blind.
It works better that way, I hear.
Well, you just wait. You just wait. So Lee, I, Lee, take you, Diane,
I, Lee, take you, Diane,
from today forward
from today forward,
as my wife,
as my wife,
my partner,
my partner,
and my best friend.
and my best friend.
I promise to take you to my heart,
I promise to take you to my heart,
as you are and as you will be.
as you are now, and you will be always.
I promise to walk by your side forever,
I promise to walk by your side forever,
to grow together with you,
to go together with you,
and to be more in love with you than I am today.
and may be more in love with you than I am today, if that be possible.
Oh, so sweet, but now here's the kicker. Because you had those kind words to say ahead of time that you didn't know what you were going to be saying, I'm going to give you the opportunity, Diane, to say, Lee, sweetheart, honey, get on your knees for me, and I want you to promise me that you will always do this, or you won't do this, anything. Oh, took too much time, Lee.
I'm off the hook. All right,
You're off the hook.
waited too long.
6 months from now, Diane will be saying, oh, I should have said. So too late. Well, now Diane, I, take you, Lee,
I, Diane, take you, Lee,
from today forward
from today forward
as my husband,
as my husband,
my partner,
my partner,
and my best friend.
and my best friend.
a promise to take you to my heart,
I promise to take you to my heart,
as you are and as you will be.
as you are and as you will be.
I promise to walk by your side forever,
I promise to walk by your side forever,
to grow together with you,
to live together with you,
and to be more in love with you
I'm more in love with you.
than I am today.
that I am today.
Now, I have you say the promises because it's so easy to say the two little words, okay, in the moment. And these promises are still coming from your hearts, and you mean them, of course. And you're holding the hands because I always like you to remember, continue to be affectionate. I mean, you wouldn't be here today if you weren't affectionate with one another, but it's just a symbol. Go for walks with one another. If you have a chance while you're still on the beach, go for a walk on the beach, stand, holding hands. And your granddaughters, remind grandma and grandpa, right, grandma and grandpa, that they need to go for walks with one another. Not only hold your hands, but that they hold hands also, okay? Because now I'm going to ask you to read then, if you look at Diane, and you take Diane to be your wife, to love her, honor her, comfort her, keep her in sickness and in health, forsake all others, and keep only Diane for as long as the two of you shall live. I will. Diane, you take Lee to be your husband, to love him, honor him, comfort him, keep him in sickness and in health, forsake all others, and keep only Lee for as long as the two of you shall live.
I do.
Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to say, do they promise to love and obey one another? But they love one another and obey. Kids are too young, but obey is only for kids. So you can always point that out to them a little bit later. Now, if you'll get Diane's ring. And I'll have you place it on her finger. And you will say, as a symbol of my love,
As a symbol of my love,
I give you this ring.
I give you this ring.
It is a promise
It is a promise
of the strength and trust
of the strength and trust
I hold in you.
I hold in you.
And now if you take these rings. And my wife, some 30 years ago, when we got married down here, she's from here, and of course I'm from Wisconsin, she said, "Dear, when you get married on the island, the bride can have the ring size for your nose so you can be led around, or for your finger." But I know Diane has it for the finger.
That's right.
Mine is still through the nose. And if you place it on his finger, left,
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
as a symbol of my love, I give you this ring.
Give you this ring.
It is a promise
It's a promise
of the strength and trust
of the strength and trust
I hold in you.
holding you.
And now while you're there, perhaps you can take a picture of your hand with the rings. And I'm just going to say for the kids, okay, grown-ups, we wear our wedding ring on our left hand, on our left finger like this here, And you know why? Why? Because that way everybody knows we're married. Duh, right? That's easy to know. But there's a more important symbolism that we have in our rings, and that is over a period of time, our lives change, relationships change. Some days, of course, we have a lot of good days, but sometimes we come home from work and things don't go right. And sometimes we might have a few words, or be down. So I always tell a couple, you can always put your hand on your ring and you can remember back to today when the two of you are so much in love with one another. It was such a fantastic day, such a fantastic weekend. And remember all these good times. It doesn't take away, frustrations of a bad day, a bad week, or a bad month. But it'll help you remember back to what you had right now, okay? So you will do that. Now what I'm going to do is one reading or prayer as it is from all of the family members, including myself, and that is, our wish for Lee and Diane is that your hearts and your lives be joined in the deepest and the truest sense of the word. That Lee and Diane enjoy all of the comforts, endure all of the challenges, and perform all of the duties of life together. That the two of you will not demand perfection from one another, but you are going to be quick to praise one another's strengths. That the two of you will always see one another through a lover's eye, and patient eyes. That the two of you will give a part of yourselves to one another, yet you will retain your own distinct personalities and identities. And that when the sun is setting, kind of as it is in process right now, the two of you will always be together, hand in hand. And I'd like you to remember the words, grow old along with me, the best is yet to be. And of course, we've all heard those words through the years, but it's nice to kind of reflect back on them on your wedding day. Well, having exchanged your love for one another and the vows and the promises, the symbolism, remember the island, always remember coming back to the island, you know, the noise, the wind, the sand, and the storms, and the ring, put your hand on the ring from time to time and remember back. So then at this time, it gives me great pleasure to finally pronounce you husband and wife. And at this time, you can have bubbles while they take their first kiss or after I introduce them. Okay, I'm going to have you take your first kiss as husband and wife. I'm going to step out of your picture here. And while they are kissing, I would like to introduce for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Lee Jones Jr. Okay, hugs and kisses all around. Well, I get to kiss him out.
I would like to take a moment just to thank all of you for being here. I feel very fortunate that all of you are in our lives, and we love all of you very much. Thank you for making the effort to be here for this very special occasion for us that we've been looking forward to now for 12 years. Thank you, everybody. Oh, she's putting it back up. I thought she was trying to get it up. Did you blow some bubbles? Okay, good. We need to stay standing here. We need to stay standing here.
I don't know. I think Morgan is in charge. Morgan.
I think as formal as this was, I think we're not going to get that anymore. Everybody can go find a seat where it's cool.
And you can go get a nice little drink.
Thank you all very much.
I thought she got it.
We did.